Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gorn. On today's show, Lee from Prime UK Band will be chatting to local rapper Jonezy. And also I'll be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, I did have a lovely holiday, thank you very much for asking. I've just come back from Greece where I spent the last 2 weeks topping up my tan. Lovely it was. First up on today's show, we've got Robson's debut single, which was produced and recorded in LA, that's Los Angeles, although the band itself are also from LA, that's Leicester area. So here's Robson and All the Love in the World, in brackets, Couldn't Help You.
As the bombs drop, the world rocks. Virtual wizards, planning wrongs. Chaos causes, manipulators. Wheels of darkness, you stupid geezers. I'll take the ticket, gas the panic. Dance in the panic. Monster addicts, verbal haters. Troll chasers, spiritual leaders. Psychic dealers.
That was Robson, All the Love in the World, Couldn't Help You. Also featuring Cav, who used to be in the Happy Mondays. If you have a look at Robson's YouTube channel, you can also see a rather funky, very well put together video of to that particular song. We're now going to have a little bit of Raptor sound. Unfortunately, the band's no longer with us. They split up several years ago now, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. This song is called The Filter, and this is from one of their live sessions, and it's introduced by lead singer Christopher Brown, who is now a vicar in Harborough.
This next song we're going to do is called The Filter. And this is a lead track off our acoustic EP, Healing Breaks. And the song's really about those who struggle with mental health issues, and just speaks a little bit about that. And actually, if you want to know more, Time to Change is a great organisation to check out. But this is the lead track off the EP, and it was played first of all on BBC Six Music by Tom Robinson, and I hope you enjoy it. The longer it breaks, the longer it takes to heal. I can see from your face a look of disgrace you try to conceal. See it from your eyes. I see the hand that draws the knife. Try and understand. It's not who I am, just what I'm like here. I'll try. Don't know what it feels like to be me. No, you don't know. No, you don't know what it feels like to be me. No, 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 no. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I think it's time for a bit of rock now. So let's have a bit of Project X. This band formed during the first lockdown and wrote this song. I think this is actually their first song. and it's actually called One. So here's Project X, One. And now from 2011, we're going to hear from a young lad and his ukulele, otherwise known as the Skunk Boy Project. And here's I Do It For The Love.
I was naive in my youth, the first time I recognized I loved you. Searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes. It was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be a simple lad, head mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas. My hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really like the fake gold ring. And when you sing I feel on top of the world, and I know the way I cling to you was so absurd. But I do it for your love. 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 Didn't tell love for a full-size flower. A blossom of love beats a blossom of power, and by the hour you got me wrapped around your thumb. And a new biscuit I never did play dumb. It's a streamlined feed with speed obscene. Love is a vehicle like you've never seen. It's only fit for two but something three. And then you go, I wonder why you lost me. You were so cute when you tidied the house. You got such a strict system that I can't work out. You love to still chew come September. And all of these things I'll always remember. I did it for your love. I did it for your love. I did it for your love, your love. Did it for end of the weekend. Society marks the end of the meek, and for us, well, trust the end was a must. But I love the alarm past the end of us, cause I know you always got the same ringtone set to kiss just cause I hate Tom Jones. You get a funny new when you walk too far. You feel self-conscious when you're in small bars. Firemen fight fights, the police prevent riots. Some doctors help you heal, but not how you feel when it's real. The pain that breaks my heart only took us to finish what Cupid started. I did it for your love. I did it for your love. I did it for your love. Did it for your love.
That was the Skunk Boy Project and I Do It For The Love. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be playing his ukulele these days, which is a shame. So now it's time for this week's interview where Lee from Prime UK Band will be chatting to positive ethical rapper Jonezy. But first of all, let's play one of Jonesy's songs. I'll also apologise a little bit as Lee's a little bit distorted in this interview. Okay, but first of all, we'll have Lives Not Knives by Jonezy.
Story in the news, another attack's been committed. A person fall victim over some little reason. A blade's being pulled, a person on the floor bleeding. Struggling on blood, the guy is barely breathing. Come to England to seek a better life, to settle down to have kids and a wife. Living out his day, plans going his way. He breathes and thanks the Lord that everything's okay. He gets an invitation to go to a party, going out with mates to celebrate turning 20. So the party started and the vibe is alive. Everyone joking around, having a real good time. But that'll change when a fight broke out. All you could hear was the screams and the shouts. The guy took it to the street, the knife was in his hand. Someone strikes, the guy falls to the ground. Do you think it's cool to carry a knife? Do you think it's cool to end someone's life? Yo, do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? It's all about lives, not knives.
Do you think it's cool to carry a knife? Do you think it's cool to end someone's life? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? It's all about lives, not knives. So, living extreme, somber, difficult times. On that cold, dismal, very miserable night, cowards took away an individual's life, all because he was caught up in a little bit of a fight. These typical types need a miracle guide, blessings and healing powered by spiritual light. Feeling invincible and invisible, right? Deep down just human beings dealing with a physical strife. Cause this father was doing the best for his son, facing any challenges and tests that would come. Breaking through poverty, let it be a lesson for some. Start to cool down when the adrenaline runs. Migrating to UK instead of living right there. Risking all his savings, it had to be a high fare. Providing his son a better standard of life, yeah. Now we can't sleep, still stuck in this nightmare.
Do you think it's cool to carry a knife? Do you think it's cool to end someone's life? Yo, do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? It's all about lives, not knives.
Do you think it's cool to carry a knife? Do you think it's cool to end someone's life? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? It's all about lives, not knives.
How would you feel if you lost your mum? How would you feel if you lost your only son? Just because of an argument, you pull a knife on someone and they lost a loved one. Thinking back, you could have settled the dispute, talking man to man like a human should do. Put down the knives, you can't bring back your life, but you always could resolve with a shake of a hand.
Using a knife results in losing a life. Be positive, be productive, utilizing your time. It's not one death, you've also ruined your life, and all the family members feel the pain so putrid inside. Look for the right signs, because with knife crime you get one lifeline, cause pain for lifetime. So in hindsight, start to shine bright with the divine light. Time to drop the knives, don't lose more lives tonight.
Do you think it's cool to carry a knife? Do you think it's cool to end someone's life? Yo, do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? It's all about lives, not knives.
Do you think it's cool to carry a knife? Do you think it's cool to end someone's life? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? It's all about lives, not knives.
We are live, local and loud. I'm Lee Heir from Prime UK Band, and I'm here today with Jonezy from Loughborough. How are you today, Jonesy? You well?
I'm well. Yeah, keeping safe as much as we all, we can do. But yeah, keeping safe. It's great.
Yeah, been hard at work.
Oh yes, working long hours, especially when you work in retail. You work a lot more hours, especially in this pandemic at the moment. Yeah, it's a bit crazy.
So we just played your track Lives Not Knives. Obviously, you've got that kind of conscious hip hop influence there.
Yeah.
What was your big influence starting out when you first?
Yeah, well, when I first started out, it was mainly listening to a lot of Eminem, Tupac, and Biggie. I grew up listening to pretty much that style of hip hop, and also a bit of old school hip hop like Digital Underground, NWA, Ice Cube. That's just what I grew up listening to. Obviously, my influences changed over the time. Started listening to Prince a lot more, and going into more of funk and pop music. So, especially with my new stuff that you'll hear later, I'm definitely going into more different styles. But no, older me is definitely influenced by the like Eminem, Tupac, and stuff like that.
I did notice that cool 80s kind of synth vibe to the production side of things. It's just got a great sound to your music. So we were joking before that it's literally 10 years since your first recordings, which you said you're not bothered about talking about them. So how would you say your sound's changed since you made your first recordings and first steps and things like that?
Well, my first album, My Way of Music, came out in 2010, and that's when I used to produce a lot of the music myself. But obviously, because I work full time, I don't produce it myself, so I get the beats of producers myself. Like I get them off them now. But back then, it was literally like, I'm new to this world. I'm just going to experiment. So I just tried everything possible. And I do look back, and Jonesy, the me of today, will look back at 10 years ago, and I'll be like, why is he doing it? That is rubbish. How did people even like that sort of stuff? But, as an artist, and, every artist will know, you all start somewhere, and you mature as you get older. You change your style. You learn a lot more.
It's better to experiment than maybe than just do the one sound that very well and just stick to that forever. Because I think as you progress, you kind of pick up those little touches that you might have not got right before, but you bring them back into the sound a lot better at the moment, don't you? Probably. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm going to play your latest release anyway. Which is Not Alone with Bex, and you can tell me a bit more about that once we've played it. This came out a couple of months ago. This one.
Keep your head up, everything's gonna be okay. People always say there's gonna be a brighter day. You can talk to me, just tell me what you're going through. There's so many people in this world that feels just like you. Bex, tell him.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Release the beast inside your mind.
About time to release the beast.
Take my hand and I'll lead you through. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Life can be a challenge. Life can trap you in your path. Oh, you find it hard to battle through. You find it hard to take a step back. Yeah. You feel like the whole world is pushing you around and around. You find it hard to keep your feet down on solid ground. Yeah. You walk alone in this world, you feel like no one is there. You isolate to your own space, you feel like no one cares. You have mates around you, it's hard to open up. Your head is all over the place, there's parts of you wanna give up.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Release the beast inside your mind.
Release the beast.
Take my hand and I'll lead you through.
Just open up your hand.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
You're amazing just how you are. You're a shining, shining star. Never need to be afraid. There's always a brighter day.
Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand.
Yeah, yeah. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. You're not alone.
Not alone.
You're not alone.
Not alone.
Release the beast inside your mind. Take my hand and I'll lead you through. You're not alone. You're not alone.
That was Not Alone by Jonezy with Bex, and I'm here with Jonezy today. You released that single quite recently. I did notice some quite nice promotional stuff, photos. You've got paint splattered. You've splattered paint.
Yeah.
What was going on there?
That wasn't anything to do with me. That was the idea of Bex, who's an absolutely fantastic. She's such a creative person. She's in 2 bands now as well, bless her. And no, we were just shooting the music video, and she just put it on her face. I was like, okay, real, okay. Wasn't planning this, so yeah, we just went ahead with it, and we thought, okay, that's quite a good promo in some way.
A little bit of improv there, and something good for the promo. So tell me a bit more about the song itself, then.
So the song itself, I actually wrote the song about 2-3 years ago, and it was just song. It's about a personal thing to myself, actually. I was going through like some times of when I feel a little bit lonely, depressed, and you know, especially a lot of people today deal with mental health. So it's just my way of expressing the way I felt, and I wanted to write that down into a song. And the whole idea is where you're talking into the mirror, so you're actually talking to yourself. And the idea is to say, like, you're not actually alone. There's so many people in this world that actually feel like the way you are. So I wanted to write the song to uplift people, to make them feel like you're not actually alone. There's many people in this world just like you. There's people out there that want to help you. So you just need to reach out your hand and ask for help, really. So
great timing for the song, just in terms of what's happening at the moment in the world. Then,
definitely.
Really, had you written it before lockdown happened, or?
Yeah, so I wrote the song 2 years ago, and then we recorded it back in January time, before lockdown. Then obviously lockdown happened. We wanted to shoot this music video, and we wanted to go bigger and better for the music video, but because of the pandemic, we couldn't. So because Bex is a friend of mine and we were allowed to meet by the time, so we just shot it in our house. She just took control of the whole music video, bless her. And she was amazing with it.
I suppose in a way it's probably helped the theme of the song, and just to keep that, get that isolated kind of quality, yeah. Maybe one location kind of.
Oh, definitely.
Vibe to it. So I'm going to play a track now, which we've got on there, which is called See the World. And then we'll talk about your plans for 2021. This is See the World by Jonezy.
Fantastic.
is breaking through the clouds. There's not a single bit of rain falling from the sky. All I see is beautiful fields of green, the smell of flowers besides the big tall trees. Looking around I gaze, feeling amazed in wonder. No stress on my shoulder, I'm not worried about getting older. Time is moving by, it is moving slowly. So let's take the time, just you and me. We can see the world, see its wonder. There's so many places that we can encounter. See the world, see its wonder. Let's take things slow. Let's take things slow. Walking through the streets, walking through the streets, I see so many people living out their lives. To the street performers, to all the newlyweds, to a proud mom showing off the new life. People holding hands, a smile to a stranger, a hand to a person who needs someone for a shoulder. We all have a journey, we can all share together. We can stand side by side, by side, by side. We can see the world, see its wonder. There's so many places that we can encounter. See the world, see its wonder. Let's take things slow. Let's take things slow. See the world, see its wonder. See the world, see its wonder. Love is all we need. Love is all we need. Yeah. We all need somebody. We all need someone. We all have a story. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. See the world, see its wonder. There's so many places that we can encounter. See the world, see its wonder. Let's take things slow. Let's take things slow. See the world, see its wonder. There's so many places that we can encounter. See the world, see its wonder. Let's take things slow. Let's take things slow.
I'm Lee Heir. This is live, local, and loud. Talking to Jonezy from Loughborough at the moment, and so your track we just played is called "See the World." You got big plans lined up for 2021. Then, if we can actually escape and
yeah,
go
of course. So my plans.
You've gigged and played quite a few like big festivals and big name local events before, haven't you?
Yeah.
So hopefully get back on that train, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, this year's been a wipeout. I've done one gig this year, and that was St. Patrick's weekend, and that was affected by the pandemic. Hardly anyone turned up because people were scared. So this year's been a bit of a wipeout, especially with work taking over, so I couldn't do as much with music. But I have been writing, and I'm halfway through my new album, which has actually got a title now called Colourful World. And that song is going to be the title track of the album. And the idea is I want to come back with a bang next year and hopefully do a tour. I'm meant to be gigging in Ireland in March next year as well. But obviously the pandemic, we don't know what's going to happen. But definitely going to release a new album. That's my main aim. And I want to put a lot of effort, a lot of publicity into it. I want to really do well with this album, hopefully. So I just want to put as time into it and promotion as well.
Fantastic. It's good to get that prep time there. And my band Prime were quite lucky because we did our last gig like 2 weeks before we did our last ever gig. Actually, 2 weeks before that, we were supposed to go on a tour as well, and that completely got wiped out. But I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about your social media side of things, because we've got some nice creative stuff on there, a lot of on your back catalogue and your website and things like that. So you've got it's Facebook, Jonezy Music UK, isn't it, on there? Instagrams, it's Jonezy, so that's Jonezy with a Z, and YouTube is Jonezy Music. Anything you want to shout out to the listeners? Give them a bit of
of course. Don't let this pandemic take over your lives. Keep on fighting. Be strong, and we'll get through this together, and we'll have one heck of a party when we can all like just get back into live performances like normal. We'll have a big, massive party. I'm sure that will happen.
Touch wood, man. Touch wood. We hope for the best, and good luck with your festival appearances and your plans with the island and wherever else you get to go next year. Thank you very much for talking to us, my friend.
Cheers, guys.
That was Lee from Prime UK Band chatting to local rapper Jonezy. Jonesy's great to see live. Like a lot of these bands that I play on my show, he's absolutely fantastic to see live. He's like a pocket rocket, full of energy. He just commands the stage. Great chap as well. So it was really great to hear from Jonezy. Now we're going to hear from a great young band called Space Toast. I know that some of the members have gone off to different universities now, so I don't know if they'll still be able to keep it together as a band. But this song was released in the 25th of September 2020, and it's called Little Red Car.
This morning and all my friends had gone, following their dreams. It seems conclusions foregone, and though I try to stay afloat, I'm getting nowhere. Just driving around in my little red car saying I don't care. Oh God, what a disgrace. I took a step out of school, now I'm all over the place, trying losing my mind cause I need headspace, forgetting all the people that I can't replace. Like it feels like lately I'm blind, I can't see. You took my eyes and now you won't give them back. My paranoia is getting stronger. I turn my head and there's a knife in my back. I woke up this evening to lights in my eyes. The crowd's faces don't fill the spaces my friends left behind. Blinded by the spotlight and deafened by discontent, driving around in my little red car won't pay the rent. My head splits, I quit, that's it, I'm done. Each step I take cuts with my tongue. It feels like lately I'm blind, I can't see. You took my eyes and now you won't give them back. My paranoia is getting stronger. I turn my head and
was Little Red Car by Space Toast. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about that song and their other singles actually that they've released, we've reviewed them all in Music in Leicester, so if you want to have a look at www.musicinleicester.co.uk, find out a bit more about Space Toast and their music, as well as pretty much any other local band. It's all in there, musicinleicester.co.uk. Now, hoping his music stands the test of time, here's Strizzy Strauss with Hieroglyphics from the album Trust the Process.
6 cents, yeah. Strizzy Strauss, 1610, all day, yeah. One of the realest from the city in a minute. Yeah. I keep it chill when I spit without the gimmicks. Okay. It's for the culture, for them vultures, man, are licking shots. Headshots when the head is off, the body drops. Make them sick with your confidence, kill them with your happiness. Any shift in ambience, I'm vanishing. Ain't no time for their ignorance. They say a brother's arrogant. If they knew a brother, then they'd know I'm not what they think I am. I'm a thinker, man. I think about the things we lack and how to get on back. I think about the time we lost, true, we didn't chat. And now we do, it's kinda wicked, fam, he's just a man. But that's another track, another hook, another rap. My brother told me bring it back to where it started at. Starter caps, click suits, and a bit of yak. Weed smoke, couple G's and a little flat. Hieroglyphics, man, I scribe on a loose sheet. Strizzy Strauss, I channel words, I let my soul speak. On the mic, I let the vibe take a hold of me. And through my rhymes, I project what my mind sees. Hieroglyphics, man, I scribe on a loose sheet. Strizzy Strauss, I channel words, I let my soul speak. On the mic, I let the vibe take a hold of me. And through my rhymes, I project what my mind sees. Living fast, triggers bang, where them brothers jam. In the trap, bare fiends doing hella crack. I've been to hell and back, I got the bucket hat. Them brothers chat, but see me, I'm tryna limit that. And cop a bigger gaff, big ups to my brother Saf. In them flats, he showed a brother how to bring it back. And I gave it back, told him man, I tryna rap. That ain't my thing, man, I tryna put us on the map. From local to global, vocals, they feel shows. And birth sons, tryna bite our brother's flow. I burp dons in the booth, man, a little bros. It gives me joy when I see a brother tryna grow as high as they can. Tryna fly to Japan, do a couple shows, get live with a band. Stack a couple racks, spend time with the fam. Living out my dreams, showing brothers that they can. Cause it's hieroglyphics, man, I scribe on a loose sheet. Strizzy Strauss, I channel words, I let my soul speak. On the mic, I let the vibe take a hold of me. And through my rhymes, I project what my mind sees. Hieroglyphics, man, I scribe on a loose sheet. Strizzy Strauss, I channel words, I let my soul speak. On the mic, I let the vibe take a hold of me. And through my rhymes, I project what my mind sees. Look through the eyes of a struggler, the mind of a hustler. I grind to be comfortable and stay afloat. I'm trying to line all these customers, spend time with my little ones, defy all these obstacles that keep me broke. My mother cried when he left us, yo. I'm trying to figure out the reason why he did that, bro. Was on the roads doing stuff, I found I ain't that cold. Doing things to gain a rep, her brothers too involved. I used to hold them O's overnight, then he'd pick them up. First thing, another brother tryna double up. I'm tryna live it up, living where they're killing us. And if I'm honest, yo, it's hard to see it slowing up. Overdrawn, overdrafts got me overstressed. And over time, my brother learned who to call a friend. But overall, I overstand, man, I'm truly blessed. Loving life, spitting rhymes, tryna drop them gems. Hieroglyphics, man, I scribe on a loose sheet. Strizzy Strauss, I channel words, I let my soul speak. On the mic, I let the vibe take a hold of me. And through my rhymes, I project what my mind sees. Hieroglyphics, man, I scribe on a loose sheet. Strizzy Strauss, I channel words, I let my soul speak. On the mic, I let the vibe take a hold of me. And through my rhymes, I project what my mind sees. Yeah, big up 6 cents, 1610. Everyone can win. You get me? You do you, self-worth is vital, so represent. I'm gone.
That was certainly written from the heart. That's Strizzy Strauss, Hieroglyphics, from his latest album, Trust the Process. Again, if you'd like to find out a little bit more about the album and the rest of the songs, and indeed the meanings behind them, you can do worse than to have a look at our album review in musicinleicester.co.uk. We're now going to hear from a lively young band called Spudge, one of my favourite band names at the moment. They're actually doing a gig at Firebug in Leicester tonight, October the 15th, socially distanced of course. If you'd like to get tickets for that, if you look at the event on Facebook or contact the venue directly. So that's tonight at Firebug, Starts fairly early-ish, around 7ish, because they've got to finish by about 9:30. But a great band to watch. Anyway, let's hear a little bit about what they're about. So here's Spudge and Cat Flaps. That was Spudge and Cat Flaps. Always a great band to see live, as you could imagine. Very, very lively indeed. However, these days in socially distanced gigs, that'll be interesting. Anyway, as I said earlier, they're playing tonight at Firebug. You need to get down there early and book tickets in advance. See their Facebook page for details. Here's a little bit of nostalgia for us slightly more senior music lovers. From 2013, Strike Up the Colours, Casio Lovin'.
Down the answer phone all night long, and she's wondering
That brings us to the end of this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you want to find out anything about local music, local bands at all, or what gigs are on, check out www.musicinleicester.co.uk. And don't forget to see Spudge tonight at Firebug. Nice and early gig, probably around 7 o'clock start, finish at about 9:30. Fantastic band to watch live. Anyway, do have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you again, same time, same place on Hermitage FM next Thursday at 5 o'clock.